The 1794 flowing hair silver dollar holds a special place in American numismatics as the first dollar coin officially minted by the United States federal government. Its historical significance, rarity, and unique design make it one of the most sought-after coins by collectors worldwide. Following the passage of the Coinage Act of 1792, the newly established U.S. Mint in Philadelphia began producing coins to standardize American currency. The flowing hair silver dollar, designed by Robert Scott, the first chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, was struck in 1794 and 1795. The 1794 issue is particularly significant because it represents the first official U.S. dollar coin. Only an estimated 1,758 pieces were minted in 1794, making it an extremely rare and valuable coin today. The flowing hair silver dollar features the obverse, a portrait of Lady Liberty with flowing hair, facing right, surrounded by 15 stars, representing the states in the Union at the time. The reverse, an eagle perched on a wreath, encircled by the inscription, United States of America. Note the misspelling with only one M. Composition, 90% silver, 10% copper, weight, 26.96 grams, diameter 39 to 40 millimeters. The design was inspired by contemporary European coins, but was criticized for its simplistic and somewhat crude appearance, leading to its replacement by the draped bust dollar in 1795. Only 1,758 1794 dollars were struck, and far fewer survive today. Experts believe that only about 120 to 130 specimens still exist, with most in heavily circulated condition. In 2013, one of the finest known 1794 dollars, graded specimen 66 by PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, sold for a staggering $10 million at auction, making it the most expensive coin ever sold at the time. Known as the Neil Carter specimen, this coin is believed to have been one of the first struck and may have been presented to dignitaries. Some historians speculate that a few of the first 1794 dollars were presented to President George Washington, Secretary of State Edmund Randolph, or other government officials as samples of the new U.S. currency. There is debate among numismatists about whether some 1794 dated coins were actually struck in early 1795, as the mint struggled with production issues. However, the 1794 dollars remain distinct due to their unique die characteristics. The U.S. Mint faced numerous challenges in its early years, including a shortage of silver, primitive technology, and a lack of skilled engravers. The flowing hair dollar's crude design reflects these difficulties, making it a fascinating piece of early American economic history. The 1794 flowing hair silver dollar is not just a coin. It is a historical artifact representing the birth of U.S. currency. Its rarity, combined with its status as the first federal dollar coin, ensures its place as one of the most legendary and valuable coins in existence. For collectors, owning a 1794 dollar is akin to holding a piece of American numismatic royalty, a tangible link to the nation's earliest days. A 1794 flowing hair silver dollar, graded by NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can vary significantly in value depending on its condition and the specific grading it receives from NGC. NGC price guide indicates that a circulated example might be worth between $70,000 and $975,000. However, pristine, uncirculated examples have been known to sell for much higher, potentially reaching $7 million. The 1795 draped bust silver dollar is one of the most iconic and historically significant coins in early American numismatics. Minted during the formative years of the United States Mint, this coin represents a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history. Its design, rarity, and connection to the nation's early economic development make it a prized collectible. Below, we explore the history, design, and fascinating facts surrounding this remarkable coin. The 1795 Draped bust silver dollar was struck during the early years of the 1790s U.S. Mint, which was established by the Coinage Act of 1792. The young nation sought to create its own currency to reduce reliance on foreign coins, such as Spanish dollars, which were widely circulated at the time. First U.S. silver dollars, the flowing hair dollar, 1794 to 1795, was the first silver dollar issued by the U.S. Mint, but its design was quickly replaced by the draped bust motif in late 1795. Mint location. The coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the only U.S. mint operating at the time. Silver sources. The mint obtained silver from deposits, melted foreign coins, and private bullion, often struggling with supply shortages. The 1795 draped bust silver dollar features a striking design that reflects the artistic and political ideals of the young republic. The obverse design is a portrait of liberty. Designed by Robert Scott, the first chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, the obverse depicts a bust of liberty with flowing hair, draped in a gown, a more refined and classical look compared to the earlier flowing hair design. Inscription. The word liberty appears above her, with the date 1795 below. 15 stars encircle the design, representing the number of states in the Union at the time. Vermont and Kentucky had recently joined the original 13. The reverse design is a small eagle, 1795 to 1798. The initial reverse featured a small, scrawny eagle perched on a wreath, surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America and a laurel wreath. No motto. Unlike later coins, this early version did not include E pluribus unum, adopted in 1798. The 1795 draped bust dollar marks the first year of the new design, replacing the short-lived flowing hair dollar. Some 1795 coins may actually be 1794 dated planchets, blank coins, struck later. Only about 42,738 draped bust dollars were struck in 1795, making them rare and valuable today. Like many early U.S. coins, the 1795 dollar features lettered edges with the inscription 100 cents $1 or unit to prevent counterfeiting and clipping, shaving off silver. Due to melting, wear, and loss over 200-plus years, fewer than 1,017.95 draped bust dollars are estimated to survive today. This design set a precedent for future U.S. coins, including the heraldic eagle reverse, introduced in 1798. In auctions, well-preserved 1795 draped bust dollars have sold for over $1 million, especially in mint state condition. The 1795 draped bust silver dollar is a treasured relic of early American history, embodying the artistry, ambition, and challenges of the young United States Mint. Its elegant design, limited mintage, and historical significance make it one of the most sought-after coins by collectors. Whether admired for its beauty or its connection to America's founding era, the 1795 draped bust dollar remains a numismatic masterpiece. A 1795 draped bust silver dollar can be worth a significant amount, ranging from $2,000 to $50,000 depending on its condition, according to the NGC price guide. However, if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could sell for as much as $850,000 on the open market. The 1796 draped bust dollar is a significant piece of American numismatic history, representing one of the earliest silver dollars minted by the United States. Designed during a time when the young nation was still establishing its identity, this coin features a distinctive design and holds great value among collectors today. This essay explores the history, design, mintage, and interesting facts surrounding this rare and fascinating coin. The draped bust dollar was introduced in 1795, replacing the flowing hair dollar, 1794 to 1795, which was the first silver dollar issued by the U.S. Mint. By 1796, the U.S. was still refining its coinage, and the Mint operated under challenging conditions with limited technology and resources. The 1796 draped bust dollar is particularly notable because it was struck in relatively low numbers, with an estimated mintage of only 79,000 coins. Many of these coins were later melted or heavily circulated, making surviving specimens extremely rare and valuable today. The 1796 draped bust dollar features two distinct designs: the obverse side of the coin, the draped bust portrait, designed by Robert Scott, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The obverse depicts Lady Liberty with flowing hair and a draped gown. The word Liberty appears above her, while the year 1796 is inscribed below. The portrait was possibly modeled after Anne Willing Bingham, a prominent Philadelphia socialite known for her beauty. The reverse is a small eagle. Design features a small, scrawny eagle perched on a cloud, surrounded by a wreath. The inscriptions, United States of America, encircle the design. Unlike later versions, this early reverse lacks the heraldic eagle seen on coins after 1798. Due to limited mintage and heavy circulation, only a few hundred 1796 draped bust dollars are believed to exist today in collectible condition. The 1796 issue was the last year before the Mint temporarily halted dollar production due to a lack of demand and bullion shortages. Dollar coinage did not resume until 1798, with a new heraldic eagle reverse. Some 1796 coins feature 16 stars on the obverse, representing the number of states in the Union. Tennessee had just joined in 1796. Later versions reduced the stars to 13, symbolizing the original colonies. Because of its rarity and historical significance, the 1796 draped bust dollar is a key date in early U.S. coinage. High-grade examples have sold for millions of dollars at auction. Due to its value, many counterfeit and altered versions exist. Experts use diagnostics such as edge lettering, 100 cents $1 or unit, and specific die characteristics to authenticate genuine coins. The 1796 draped bust dollar is more than just a coin. It is a tangible piece of early American history. Its elegant design, low mintage, and survival against the odds make it one of the most desirable coins for collectors. As one of the first silver dollars struck by the young United States, it represents a crucial period in the nation's economic and numismatic development. Today, owning a genuine 1796 draped bust dollar is a privilege reserved for only the most dedicated collectors, cementing its legacy as a true American treasure. According to the NGC Price Guide, a Liberty coin from 1796 in circulated condition is worth between $1,700 and $39,500. However, on the open market, 1796 silver dollars in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $1,475,000. The 1797 draped bust silver dollar is one of the most fascinating and historically significant coins from early American minting. Part of the draped bust series, 1795 to 1804, this coin reflects the young United States' efforts to establish a stable monetary system and create a national identity through coinage. With its elegant design, limited mintage, and connection to the early U.S. Mint, the 1797 dollar remains a prized collectible among numismatists. After the passage of the Coinage Act of 1792, the newly established Philadelphia Mint began producing the nation's first official coins. The flowing hair dollar, 1794 to 1795, was the first silver dollar struck, but its design was quickly replaced by the draped bust dollar in 1795. The 1797 issue was part of this second design phase, featuring a more refined portrait of liberty. The coin was struck during a time of political and economic uncertainty. The U.S. was still developing its financial infrastructure, and silver dollars were not widely circulated due to their high value. Many were exported or melted for bullion, making surviving specimens rare today. The obverse design is a portrait of liberty, designed by Robert Scott, the first chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The obverse features a draped bust of liberty, with flowing hair inspired by contemporary European neoclassical art. Inscriptions. Liberty appears above the portrait, while the date, 1797, is below. The reverse design is small eagle, 1795 to 1798. The $1,797 features a small, scrawny eagle perched on a cloud, surrounded by a wreath. This design was later replaced in 1798 with the heraldic eagle, based on the Great Seal of the U.S. Inscriptions. United States of America encircles the design, but notably, the coin does not include the motto, "In God We Trust," which was added much later. 15 stars, 16 stars. Some $1797 have 15 stars, representing the number of states at the time, while others have 16 stars after Tennessee's admission in 1796. This inconsistency reflects the mint's struggle to keep up with new state additions. Different edge lettering. Some coins feature lettered edges, 100 cents $1 or unit, while others have plain edges due to production variations. Only 7,776 draped bust dollars were minted in 1797, and very few survive today in high grades. Many were melted or worn out in circulation, making well-preserved examples extremely valuable. Some $1797 show an off-center bust, where Liberty's portrait is struck slightly misaligned. These errors are highly sought after by collectors. Although not confirmed, some historians believe the draped bust design may have been influenced by Gilbert Stuart's portrait of Anne Willing Bingham, a prominent socialite, rather than Martha Washington, as previously speculated. The $1797 was among the last to feature the small eagle, before the mint introduced the more majestic heraldic eagle in 1798. The 1797 draped bust silver dollar is more than just a coin. It's a piece of early American history. Its elegant design, limited mintage, and connection to the formative years of the U.S. Mint make it a numismatic treasure. For collectors, owning a $1797 means holding a tangible artifact from the nation's infancy, a time when every coin struck was a step toward establishing America's financial independence. According to the NGC Price Guide, a Liberty coin from 1797 in circulated condition is worth between $1,600 and $34,500. However, on the open market, 1797 silver dollars in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $480,000. The 1798 draped bust silver dollar is one of the most fascinating early American coins, representing a key piece of U.S. numismatic history. Minted during a time of political and economic transformation, this coin features iconic design elements and carries a rich legacy. Below, we explore its history, design, mintage, and some intriguing facts that make it highly sought after by collectors today. The draped bust silver dollar was first introduced in 1795, replacing the earlier flowing hair dollar, 1794 to 1795. By 1798, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia was refining its coinage production under the direction of chief engraver Robert Scott. The young United States was still establishing its financial systems, and silver dollars played a crucial role in commerce, both domestically and internationally. The 1798 issue is particularly notable because it was struck during a period of increased silver dollar production. Only 327,536 draped bust dollars were minted between the 1798 and 1804, with the 1798 date being one of the more available, though still rare, issues. The obverse, a right-facing portrait of Lady Liberty with flowing hair, draped in a gown, hence draped bust. The word Liberty appears above her, with the date 1798 below. Stars encircle the design, either 15 stars, representing the number of states at the time, or 13 stars, symbolizing the original colonies. The reverse. The small eagle, reverse, 1795-1798, was soon replaced by the heraldic eagle, 1798-1804. The 1798 coins exist with both reverses, making them highly collectible. The small eagle version shows an eagle perched on a rock, surrounded by palm and olive branches. The heraldic eagle version, introduced mid-1798, features the Great Seal of the U.S., with a shield, arrows, and an olive branch. Key varieties of the $1798 1798 small eagle reverse, much rarer, with only a few hundred believed to survive. 1798 heraldic eagle reverse, more common but still valuable. 15 stars versus 13 stars. Some 1798 coins have extra stars due to a brief period when the mint added stars for new states, Tennessee and Kentucky. Later, they reverted to 13 stars for simplicity. Some $1798 exhibit overdates, such as the 1798/7 variety, where the 8 was struck over a 7. Weak strikes were common due to primitive minting technology, leading to some coins having incomplete details. One rare variety features a small knob on the 9 in the date, making it distinct and highly prized. The draped bust design was later used for the legendary 1804 silver dollar, one of the rarest and most valuable U.S. coins. While thousands were minted, many were melted or worn out in circulation. Today, high-grade examples, especially those with the small eagle, can sell for $50,000 to over $1 million at auction. Many $1798 ended up in China and the Middle East through trade, where they were often countermarked by merchants. The 1798 draped bust silver dollar is a cornerstone of early American coinage, blending artistry, history, and numismatic intrigue. Its design transition, rare varieties, and role in early U.S. commerce make it a prized collectible. Whether as a small eagle rarity or a heraldic eagle specimen, this coin remains a testament to the fledgling U.S. Mint's efforts to establish a stable currency, a legacy that continues to captivate collectors today. According to the NGC price guide, a Liberty coin from 1798 large, in circulated condition, is worth between $1,075 and $18,250. However, on the open market, 1,798 large eagle silver dollars in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $255,000. According to the NGC price guide, a Liberty coin from 1798 small in circulated condition is worth between $1,900 and $120,000. However, on the open market, 1798 small eagle silver dollars in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $335,000. The 1799 draped bust silver dollar is one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins in early American numismatics. Struck during a formative period for the United States Mint, this coin represents both the artistry and challenges of early U.S. coinage. With its elegant design, historical significance, and rarity, The 1799 draped bust dollar remains a prized possession among collectors. The draped bust silver dollar was introduced in 1795, replacing the earlier flowing hair dollar design. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Liberty with her hair tied in a ribbon, designed by artist Gilbert Stuart and engraved by Robert Scott, the first chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The reverse depicts an eagle surrounded by a wreath, with the inscriptions United States of America and the denomination. By 1799, the U.S. Mint was still in its early stages, facing challenges such as limited resources, inconsistent silver supplies, and primitive technology. Coin production was sporadic, and each coin was struck by hand, leading to variations in quality. The exact montage of the 1799 draped bust dollar is uncertain, but estimates suggest only 423,515 coins were struck across all varieties. Many were melted or heavily circulated, making high-grade surviving examples extremely rare. The $1799 comes in several die varieties, including the 9 stars reverse. Some coins feature 9 stars on the left side of the obverse, while others have 10 stars. The close date and wide date varieties. The spacing between the digits 1799 differs in some coins. The knob 9 variety. Some $1799 have a distinctive knob-like protrusion on the digit 9 in the date. These variations make the coin highly collectible, with some varieties commanding significant premiums. Due to its rarity and value, the 1799 draped bust dollar is a frequent target of counterfeits and alterations. Some fraudsters modify the dates of more common coins, such as $1798 or $1800, to resemble the 1799 issue. Experts carefully examine the lettering, denticles, and die marks to authenticate genuine specimens. The $1799 was minted during the presidency of John Adams, a time of political tension between Federalists and Democratic Republicans. The U.S. was also engaged in the quasi-war with France, 1798 to 1800, which strained the nation's finances. These historical events add context to the coin's production and circulation. Due to its rarity, the 1799 draped bust dollar has sold for impressive sums at auction. Even lower-grade examples regularly fetch tens of thousands of dollars, depending on condition and variety. The 1799 draped bust silver dollar is a numismatic treasure, embodying the artistry and struggles of early U.S. coinage. Its historical significance, rarity, and beautiful design make it one of the most desirable coins for collectors. Whether studied for its die varieties, admired for its aesthetic appeal, or pursued as an investment, the $1799 remains a cornerstone of early American numismatics. According to the NGC Price Guide, a Liberty coin from 1799 in circulated condition is worth between $1,085 and $14,000. However, on the open market, 1799 silver dollars in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $1,180,000. In 2013, an MS-64 graded $1799 sold for $1,527,500 at a Heritage Auctions sale. The 1800 draped bust silver dollar is a fascinating piece of early American coinage, representing the young United States' efforts to establish a stable monetary system. Designed by renowned artist Gilbert Stuart and engraved by Robert Scott, this coin is part of a series that holds significant historical and numismatic value. Below, we explore its history, design, mintage, and some intriguing facts about this iconic coin. The draped bust silver dollar was minted from 1795 to 1803, with the 1800 issue being one of the later years of production. These coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the only U.S. mint operating at the time. The early U.S. coinage system was still in its infancy, and silver dollars were primarily used in foreign trade rather than domestic commerce due to their high value. The Coinage Act of 1792 established the U.S. dollar and authorized the production of silver coins, including the dollar, half-dollar, quarter, dime, and half-dime. The draped bust design succeeded the earlier flowing hair dollar, 1794 to 1795, which featured a more simplistic and less refined appearance. Obverse design features a right-facing portrait of Liberty with flowing hair, draped in a gown, hence the name draped bust. The word Liberty appears above her, and the date, 1800, is below. Stars encircle the design. 15 stars were used to represent the number of states in the Union at the time, though by 1800 there were 16 states. The mint continued, using 13 stars for consistency. The reverse design depicts an eagle with outstretched wings inside a wreath. The inscription, United States of America, surrounds the eagle. No denomination is stated on the coin, which was common for early U.S. coins. The 1800 draped bust dollar had a reported mintage of 220,920 coins, but many were melted down or heavily circulated due to their use in trade. As a result, surviving specimens in high grades, such as mint state or AU, are rare and highly valuable. There are two major die varieties for the $1,800 small eagle reverse, 1798 to 1799. Some $1,800 were struck with leftover 1799 dies, featuring a smaller, scrawnier eagle. Heraldic eagle reverse, 1800 to 1803. The more common version, introduced in 1800, features a larger, more majestic eagle inspired by the Great Seal of the United States. Many draped bust dollars, including the 1800 issue, were exported to China and the West Indies to facilitate trade, where they were often melted down for bullion. By 1804, the U.S. Mint stopped producing silver dollars because they were not widely used domestically. The famous 1804 dollar actually struck decades later is one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. The 1800 draped bust silver dollar is a key piece of early American numismatic history. Its elegant design, connection to famous artists, and role in early U.S. commerce make it a highly sought-after coin. Whether you're a collector or a history enthusiast, this coin offers a tangible link to the nation's financial beginnings. According to the NGC price guide, the estimated value of an $1,800 in mint state is between $30,000 and $310,000 in the current market. This was the final year of high production for silver dollar coins, before coinage was suspended in 1804 for more than 30 years. The 1801 draped bust silver dollar is a prized piece of early American numismatic history. Minted during a pivotal time in the United States, this coin reflects the artistry, political climate, and economic challenges of the young nation. Designed by renowned engraver Robert Scott, the draped bust dollar remains one of the most iconic early U.S. coins, and the 1801 issue holds particular intrigue for collectors and historians alike. The draped bust silver dollar was introduced in 1795, replacing the earlier flowing hair dollar in 1794 to 1795. The new design featured a more refined portrait of Liberty, with her hair tied back and draped in a classical style, a look inspired by European coinage of the time. The reverse displayed a small eagle surrounded by a wreath, though this was later updated in 1798 to the heraldic eagle design, which remained until the 1700 series ended in 1803. The 1801 draped bust dollar was struck during the presidency of Thomas Jefferson, a period when the U.S. Mint was still in its infancy. Coin production was limited, and silver dollars were not widely circulated due to their high value and the preference for foreign coins in everyday commerce. The 1801 dollar was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the only U.S. mint operating at the time. Key details about its production include approximately 54,454 coins were struck. Though survival rates are low due to melting and wear, the 1801 issue comes in two major varieties. Small eagle reverse, extremely rare. Only a handful are known to exist, as most 1801 dollars feature the heraldic eagle reverse. Heraldic eagle reverse, more common. This design, introduced in 1798, shows a larger, more detailed eagle with a shield, arrows, and an olive branch. Many $1,801 were exported and melted for their silver content, making high-grade survivors exceptionally rare. Early U.S. coins were frequently counterfeited, and some 1801 dollars were altered from other dates, making authentication crucial. The coin was struck during a time of political tension. Jefferson's administration was skeptical of centralized banking, which affected coinage policies. Today, the 1801 draped bust dollar is a highly sought-after coin among collectors of early U.S. silver. Its historical significance, limited mintage, and artistic beauty make it a centerpiece in advanced collections. The 1801 draped bust silver dollar is more than just a coin. It is a tangible artifact of America's early monetary system. Its rarity, design evolution, and connection to the Jeffersonian era ensure its enduring appeal. For numismatists, owning an 1801 dollar represents a direct link to the nation's formative years, making it one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history. An 1801 draped bust silver dollar, graded by NGC, can have a value ranging from $1,200 to $425,000, depending on its condition and market trends. Coins in circulated condition might be worth $1,200 to $20,750, while those in pristine, uncirculated condition can sell for up to $425,000. An 1801 draped bust dollar in high grade can fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. In 2021, an 1801 dollar graded PCGS MS65 sold for over $1.5 million. The 1802 draped bust silver dollar is one of the most fascinating and historically significant coins in early American numismatics. Minted during a time when the United States was still establishing its monetary system, this coin represents both the artistry and the challenges of early U.S. coinage. With its elegant design, limited mintage, and intriguing history, the 1802 draped bust dollar remains highly sought after by collectors today. The draped bust silver dollar was first introduced in 1795, featuring a design by Robert Scott, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The obverse, front, of the coin depicts Lady Liberty with flowing hair and a draped bust, while the reverse originally displayed a small eagle, 1795 to 1798, before being replaced by the heraldic eagle design in 1798. By 1802, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia was still struggling with inconsistent production due to a lack of silver bullion, technical limitations, and political disputes over coinage. The 1802 draped bust dollar was struck in relatively small numbers, with estimates suggesting only about 41,000 pieces were minted. Many of these coins were later melted or heavily circulated, making surviving specimens rare and valuable. The obverse, a right-facing portrait of Liberty with flowing hair, draped in a gown, surrounded by stars, 15 stars representing the number of states at the time. The reverse, a heraldic eagle with a shield, clutching arrows and an olive branch encircled by the inscription United States of America. Normal date, 1802. The standard issue, 1802/1. Overdate, a rare variety where the 2 in the date was struck over a 1, indicating the mint reused an 1801 die to save costs. Due to melting and wear, only a few hundred 1802 draped bust dollars are believed to exist today, with most in low to mid-grade condition. High-grade specimens are extremely rare. Some numismatists debate whether the 1802 dollars were actually struck in 1802 or backdated from earlier years due to inconsistent records. The famous Bolender hoard, a collection of early U.S. coins discovered in the 20th century, included several 1802 dollars, increasing interest in the issue. Because of its rarity, the 1802 draped bust dollar has been a target of counterfeiting. Authentic specimens should be certified by PCGS or NGC. The 1802 draped bust silver dollar is a numismatic treasure, embodying the early struggles and artistry of the U.S. Mint. Its rarity, historical significance, and beautiful design make it one of the most desirable coins for collectors. Whether as an overdate variety or a well-preserved specimen, the 1802 dollar continues to captivate historians and numismatists alike, serving as a tangible link to America's early monetary history. An 1802 draped bust silver dollar's value, as determined by NGC, can vary significantly based on its condition. In circulated condition, it's worth between $1,100 and $17,000, while in pristine, uncirculated condition, it can sell for as much as $300,000 on the open market, according to NGC. In recent years, high-grade examples have sold for over $1 million, with an MS-65 specimen reaching $2.35 million in a 2021 auction. The 1803 draped bust silver dollar is one of the most iconic and historically significant coins in early American numismatics. Part of the early U.S. Mint's efforts to establish a national currency, this coin reflects the artistry, politics, and economic challenges of the young United States. Below, we explore its design, historical context, mintage details, and why it remains a prized collectible today. The draped bust silver dollar series was minted from 1795 to 1803 and featured two major design variations. The obverse, designed by Robert Scott, the first chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, the obverse depicts Lady Liberty with flowing hair, draped in a classical gown, hence the name Draped Bust. The word Liberty appears above her, and stars surround her image, 15 stars on the 1803 issue, representing the number of states at the time. The reverse, the small eagle, reverse, used from 1795 to 1798, was replaced in 1798 by the heraldic eagle design, which was inspired by the Great Seal of the United States. The 1803 dollar features this majestic eagle, holding arrows and an olive branch, with the motto, United States of America, encircling it. The U.S. Mint was established in 1792, and silver dollars were among the first coins struck. However, production was inconsistent due to limited silver supplies and low demand for large denomination coins in everyday commerce. Only 85,634 draped bust dollars were struck in 1803, making it a relatively scarce issue today. Many were melted or exported due to the Coinage Act of 1834, which changed the gold-to-silver ratio, making older silver coins more valuable as bullion. President Thomas Jefferson was in office during the 1803 mintage, and the Louisiana Purchase occurred that same year, an event that dramatically expanded U.S. territory. Some 1803 dollars were struck over older dies, creating rare overdates. The most famous is the 1803/2 overdate, where traces of the previous year's 2 can be seen under the 3. Due to melting and exportation, fewer than 1,000 1803. Draped bust dollars are estimated to survive today, with most in heavily circulated condition. Like all early U.S. silver dollars, the 1803 issue has lettered edges reading 100 cents, $1 or unit. A security feature to prevent clipping, shaving off metal. The 1803 draped bust silver dollar is more than just a coin. It's a tangible piece of early American history. Its limited mintage, beautiful design, and connection to pivotal events like the Louisiana Purchase make it a crown jewel for collectors. Whether studied for its numismatic details or admired for its artistry, the 1803 dollar remains a fascinating relic of America's monetary beginnings. An 1803 draped bust silver dollar coin's value varies greatly based on its condition and grade, as determined by NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. In circulated condition, an 1803 draped bust dollar could be worth between $1,400 and $30,000. However, in pristine, uncirculated condition, NGC states these coins can sell for as much as $950,000. High-grade examples can fetch millions. An 1803 draped bust dollar graded MS-65 sold for $2.35 million in 2021. The 1804 draped bust heraldic eagle silver dollar is one of the most famous and coveted coins in American numismatic history. Despite its date, the coin was not actually minted in 1804, but rather decades later, making it a fascinating piece of history, with a story that intertwines artistry, diplomacy, and mystery. The history, design, and significance of the 1804 silver dollar, as well as its enduring legacy in the world of coin collecting. The 1804 silver dollar is often referred to as the King of American coins due to its rarity and historical importance. Ironically, no silver dollars were struck in 1804. The coins bearing this date were actually produced in the 1830s and later as part of special sets intended for diplomatic gifts. The confusion arises from the fact that the U.S. Mint ceased production of silver dollars in 1804 due to a lack of demand and the exportation of many coins to Asia for trade. However, in the 1830s, the Mint was asked to create proof sets for diplomatic missions to Asia and the Middle East, and the 1804 date was used to maintain consistency with the last recorded year of silver dollar production. There are three distinct classes of the 1804 silver dollar, each with its own unique history. Class 1. Original. Struck in 1834 to 1835 for diplomatic gifts, including the sets presented to the King of Siam and the Sultan of Muscat. Class 2. Struck in 1858, with a different reverse design. Only one example of this class is known to exist. Class 3. Struck in the late 1850s or early 1860s, likely for collectors. These coins were made using the original dies, but with some modifications. Specifications of Class 1, 1804, silver dollars, struck in 1834 to 1835. Despite bearing the date, 1804. Only few specimens of Class 1 are known to exist today. These coins were part of special proof sets created for diplomatic gifts. Silver, 89.2%, and copper, 10.8%. Weight, approximately 26.96 grams. Diameter, 39 to 40 millimeters. Robert Scott, chief engraver of the U.S. Mint obverse design, features a draped bust of Liberty facing right. Liberty's hair is tied with a ribbon, and her gown is draped elegantly. The word Liberty is inscribed above the bust. The date, 1804, is below the bust. 13 stars encircle the design, representing the original 13 colonies. Reverse design depicts a heraldic eagle, inspired by the Great Seal of the United States. The eagle holds a shield on its chest, an olive branch in its right talon, and arrows in its left talon. Above the eagle is a scroll with the motto, E pluribus unum. The inscription, United States of America, encircles the design. No denomination is stated on the coin. The edge of the coin is lettered with the inscription, 100 cents, $1 or unit. Class 1 coins were struck as proof coins, meaning they were specially made with polished dies and planchets to create a mirror-like finish. These coins were intended for presentation, not circulation. The Class 1 1804 silver dollars were created as part of diplomatic proof sets to be presented to foreign rulers. These sets included the following coins: 1804 Draped Bust silver dollar, 1804 Quarter Eagle $2.50 gold coin, 1804 Half Eagle $5 gold coin, 1804 Eagle $10 gold coin. The sets were given to the King of Siam, Thailand. Presented by Edmund Roberts, an American diplomat, during a mission to establish trade relations in Asia. The Sultan of Muscat, Oman. Also presented by Edmund Roberts as part of the same diplomatic mission. Additional sets were created for other diplomatic purposes, though not all were distributed. There are few known Class 1 specimens, each with a unique provenance and history. Some of the most famous include the King of Siam. Specimen. Part of the diplomatic gift to the King of Siam, this coin has a well-documented history and is one of the most famous. The Mickley Hon Queller specimen. Named after its prominent owners, this coin is one of the finest known examples. The Stickney specimen. Owned by Matthew A. Stickney, who acquired it directly from the U.S. Mint in 1843. The Dexter specimen. Named after its owner, James V. Dexter. This coin is known for its exceptional quality. Class 1 coins were struck from the original dies created in 1834. The obverse die has a small, distinct defect above the date 1804, which helps authenticate these coins. The edge lettering on Class 1 coins is sharp and well-defined, as they were struck as proofs. Class 1 coins exhibit deeply mirrored fields and frosted devices, typical of early U.S. proof coinage. These coins conform to the standard specifications of early 19th century silver dollars. Class 1 or 1804 silver dollars are extremely rare and highly valuable. They are considered the pinnacle of U.S. numismatics and are often referred to as the King of American coins. Class 1 specimens have sold for millions of dollars. For example, the Mickley Hon Queller specimen sold for $4.14 million in 2016. These coins are prized for their historical significance, rarity, and quality. The Class 2 1804 Draped Bust Heraldic Eagle silver dollar is an extraordinary rarity, with only one known specimen in existence. Struck in 1858, this coin features a unique reverse design that distinguishes it from the Class 1 and Class 3 coins. These are the detailed specifications and characteristics of the Class 2 1804 silver dollar. Date of production. Struck in 1858, despite bearing the date 1804. Mintage. Only one specimen of Class 2 is known to exist. This coin was likely struck as an experimental piece, or for a specific collector. Composition: silver, 89.2%, and copper, 10.8%. Weight: approximately 26.96 grams. Diameter: 39 to 40 millimeters. Designer: the obverse design is attributed to Robert Scott, the original designer of the Draped Bust silver dollar. The reverse design was created by Christian Gobrecht, who served as chief engraver of the U.S. Mint in the mid-19th century. Obverse design features the same draped bust of Liberty as the Class 1 coins. Liberty faces right, with her hair tied by a ribbon and her gown draped elegantly. The word Liberty is inscribed above the bust. The date 1804 is below the bust. 13 stars encircle the design, representing the original 13 colonies. The reverse design of the Class 2 coin is unique and differs significantly from the Class 1 and Class 3 designs. It features a modified heraldic eagle design created by Christian Gobrecht. The eagle is smaller and less detailed than the original heraldic eagle. The shield on the eagle's chest is simplified, and the olive branch and arrows in the talons are less pronounced. The inscription United States of America encircles the design. No denomination is stated on the coin. The edge of the coin is lettered with the inscription 100 cents $1 or unit. The Class II coin was struck as a proof, with polished dies and planchets to create a mirror-like finish. It exhibits deeply mirrored fields and frosted devices, typical of mid-19th century proof coinage. The Class II 1804 silver dollar was struck in 1858, long after the original class. One coins were produced in 1834 to 1835. The exact reason for its creation remains a mystery, but it is believed to have been struck as an experimental piece or for a specific collector. The use of a different reverse design suggests that the U.S. Mint was testing new dies or responding to a special request. The only known Class II specimen was discovered in the mid-20th century and has since become one of the most famous and valuable coins in American numismatics. The only known Class II 1804 silver dollar is often referred to as the Child's Specimen, named after its owner, Dr. J. Hewitt Judd, who acquired it in the 1960s. This coin is unique in its design and historical significance, making it a centerpiece of any collection. The Class II 1804 silver dollar is unique, with only one known specimen in existence. Its rarity, combined with its historical significance and unique design, makes it one of the most valuable coins in the world. While the Class II coin has not been sold at public auction in recent years, its value is estimated to be in the tens of millions of dollars, given its unparalleled rarity. This coin is considered the ultimate prize for advanced collectors and institutions, representing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a piece of numismatic history. The Class II 1804 Draped Bust Heraldic Eagle Silver Dollar is a numismatic treasure unlike any other. Its unique reverse design, historical context, and unparalleled rarity make it a cornerstone of American coinage. As the only known specimen of its kind, the Class II 1804 dollar holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and historians, embodying the artistry, innovation, and mystery of early U.S. mint practices. The Class III 1804 Draped Bust Heraldic Eagle Silver Dollars are the final group of 1804 dated coins, struck in the late 1850s or early 1860s. Unlike the Class I and Class II coins, which were created for diplomatic purposes or as experimental pieces, the Class III coins were likely produced for collectors. These coins were struck using the original dies but with some modifications, making them distinct from the earlier classes. These are the detailed specifications and characteristics of the Class III 1804 silver dollars. Specifications of Class III 1804 silver dollars. Date of production. Struck in the late 1850s or early 1860s, despite bearing the date 1804. Approximately 6 to 7 specimens of Class III are known to exist. These coins were likely struck to meet the growing demand from collectors. Composition: silver, 89.2%, and copper, 10.8%. Weight: approximately 26.96 grams. Diameter: 39 to 40 millimeters. The obverse design is attributed to Robert Scott, the original designer of the draped bust silver dollar. The reverse design uses the original heraldic eagle motif, but with some modifications to the dies. Obverse design features the same draped bust of Liberty as the Class I and Class II coins. Liberty faces right, with her hair tied by a ribbon and her gown draped elegantly. The word Liberty is inscribed above the bust. The date, 1804, is below the bust. 13 stars encircle the design, representing the original 13 colonies. The reverse features the original heraldic eagle design, but with some modifications to the dies, The eagle holds a shield on its chest, an olive branch in its right talon, and arrows in its left talon. Above the eagle is a scroll with the motto, E pluribus unum. The inscription United States of America encircles the design. No denomination is stated on the coin. The edge of the coin is lettered with the inscription 100 cents, $1 or unit. Class 3 coins were struck as proofs, with polished dies and planchets to create a mirror-like finish. They exhibit deeply mirrored fields and frosted devices, typical of mid-19th century proof coinage. The Class 3 1804 silver dollars were struck decades after the original Class 1 coins, likely in response to the growing interest in coin collecting during the mid-19th century. By this time, the 1804 dollar had already gained a reputation as a rare and desirable coin, and the U.S. Mint may have struck these coins to satisfy collector demand. The dies used for the Class 3 coins were the original dies from 1834, but they were modified to extend their usability. This resulted in some differences in the appearance of the coins compared to the Class 1 and Class 2 specimens. There are 6 to 7 known Class 3 specimens, each with a unique provenance and history. Some of the most famous include the Adams-Carter specimen, one of the finest known Class 3 coins, with a well-documented history. The Parmalee specimen, named after its owner, Loren G. Parmalee, a prominent 19th century collector. The Dexter specimen, named after James V. Dexter, who owned one of the most famous Class 3 coins as well. Characteristics of Class 3 coins. The obverse die is the same as the one used for Class 1 coins, but it shows signs of wear and reworking. The reverse die is also the original, but it was modified to extend its life, resulting in some differences in detail. The edge lettering is sharp and well-defined, consistent with proof coinage. Class 3 coins exhibit deeply mirrored fields and frosted devices, typical of proof coins from the mid-19th century. Weight and diameter. The coins conform to the standard specifications of early 19th century silver dollars. Class 3, 1804 silver dollars are extremely rare and highly valuable, though they are slightly more numerous than the Class 1 and Class 2 coins. Their historical significance, proof quality, and connection to the original 1804 dollars make them highly sought after by collectors. Class 3 specimens have sold for millions of dollars. For example, the Adams-Carter specimen sold for $3.29 million in 2018. These coins are prized for their rarity, historical context, and exceptional proof quality. The Class 3 1804 draped bust heraldic eagle silver dollar is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. Struck decades after the original coins, these pieces were likely created to meet the demands of a growing community of collectors. While they share the same design as the Class 1 coins, the modifications to the dies and their unique production context make them distinct. For collectors, owning a Class 3 1804 dollar is a rare opportunity to connect with the legacy of early U.S. coinage and the evolution of numismatics in the 19th century. The 1804 draped bust heraldic eagle silver dollar features a design by Robert Scott, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. The obverse of the coin depicts a bust of Liberty, facing right, with flowing hair and a draped gown. The word Liberty appears above her, and the date, 1804, is below. The reverse showcases a heraldic eagle, inspired by the Great Seal of the United States. The eagle holds a shield on its chest, an olive branch in one talon, and arrows in the other, symbolizing peace and preparedness for war. Above the eagle are 13 stars representing the original colonies, and the inscription, United States of America, encircles the design. The coin's artistry reflects the neoclassical style popular in the early 19th century, emphasizing elegance and symbolism. The intricate details of Liberty's portrait and the heraldic eagle make the 1804 silver dollar a masterpiece of early American coinage. The 1804 silver dollar is exceptionally rare, with only few known examples across all three classes. Class 1 coins, the originals, are the most sought after, with only 8 specimens known to exist. The Class 2 coin is unique, and the Class 3 coins, while more numerous, are still incredibly rare. The combination of low mintage, historical significance, and artistic beauty has made the 1804 silver dollar one of the most valuable coins in the world. The Class 1 coins were created specifically for diplomatic purposes. One set was presented to the King of Siam, now Thailand, by Edmund Roberts, an American diplomat, as part of a mission to establish trade relations. Another set was given to the Sultan of Muscat, now Oman. One of the most famous Classbucker coins is the King of Siam specimen, which was part of the diplomatic gift to the Thai monarch. This coin has a well-documented provenance and is highly prized by collectors. The Mickley-Hawn Queller specimen. This Class 1 coin, named after its prominent owners, is one of the finest known examples and has a storied history of ownership by some of the most famous collectors in numismatics. The 1804 Draped bust. Heraldic eagle silver dollar holds a unique place in American history and culture. It is not only a symbol of early U.S. coinage but also a testament to the nation's diplomatic efforts in the 19th century. The coin's rarity and beauty have captivated collectors for generations, and its story continues to inspire fascination and admiration. In popular culture, the 1804 silver dollar has been featured in books, documentaries, and even movies, further cementing its status as an iconic piece of American heritage. For numismatists, owning an 1804 silver dollar is the ultimate achievement, representing the pinnacle of coin collecting. The 1804 Draped bust heraldic eagle silver dollar is more than just a coin. It is a piece of history, art, and intrigue. Its creation, design, and legacy reflect the evolving story of the United States in the 19th century, from its early days as a young nation to its growing role on the global stage. As one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world, the 1804 silver dollar continues to captivate collectors and historians alike, ensuring its place as a timeless symbol of American numismatics. These original type coins are the most valuable of the 1804 dollar, and are worth between $2 million and $4 million each.